you were born in Hong Kong, correct?
Yes, I was raised
Born
in
and
Hong
bred.
Kong, grew in Hong Kong, born in,
Born and bred in Hong Kong. And how the
Yes.
Hong Kong itself, as a scene, as a scenario, influenced your style, your bars, your bartending? How this Hong Kong influenced yourself when it comes to business and doing hospitality?
As a business, like Hong Kong are very small, everything's are expensive. So we have to try to use as much as space we could in the, in the place that we ran, as much as sit that we could. The more we sit, the more that able to do more business to pay the rent. So again, at the same time, fast, good, as something that influences. You order your drinks have to be there within not more than 10 minutes. So, 5 minutes, normally what I'd expected with my team as well. Bar setting, just like more one step of what we do, get all the ingredient within a one step, allow us to do a little bit more. As culinary, 60 people, no, 40, now it's like 46 people to 50 people is the maximum capacity.
Wow. So you need to be
actually
fast,
have
of course.
3 bar stations opening at the same time. So this is something that allows us to do things really fast. Have to be fast enough, Hong Kong style, and also nice, Hong Kong style. If you need to do something fast and nice, allow you to have a little bit more high volume to make the drinks. So that is the style of people that in Hong Kong. Some people that sometimes take a bit of time. I only have one guest, so I have to do the thing fast. Doesn't really matter how many guests you have. You have always have to make the drinks very quick, because the guests really don't care how much people they are. It's only me. You're supposed to get the drinks even faster because you're only taking care of me. But the bartender sometimes don't think like this. So the Hong Kong style is like faster, 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 faster. And this is the way that how we are.
Fast and also efficient. I remember I visited your bar. There was a Friday night. You were super busy, and yet the drinks were super beautiful, super fast, and the bartenders were, chin up, looking at everybody, knocking off drinks very easily. They were very, very much trained, I could have said. And what about the products in Hong Kong, Antonio? You find everything there in Hong Kong as a products in general?
Most of the product, yes, because Hong Kong is also the port of the middle to do import-export, right?
Yep.
So I can easily get a lot of product from Japan. Most of the ingredients from Japan or Southeast Asia are such easy to get it, but not all of them. But it's actually better than a lot of city. The ingredient or the item that I'm looking for is always can be able to find. So as in Hong Kong, there's always help to have a lot of different influences. We have so many different restaurants with Michelin star in different cuisine. So it's kind of, I can go those places to have a dinner or, to get influences by tasting the ingredient that I think that I can able to fit in to the cocktail. Japanese yuzu, one of the really common. Shisho leaf, yes, Thai spicy and herb, masala chai tea and all those, So those ingredients are such very easy that allow us to get it in Hong Kong at the middle.
And you are also, the geographic position of Hong Kong is very lucky because you are in the middle of everything. So you are the hub
Indeed.
of the, I remember.
So that's helped a lot to have a different influences and local product. And also hospitality, we have been so many people from around the world coming visit.
That's not
not now, but before. So it also allow us to sharing the idea. The guests sometimes that return that they give us some souvenirs that they bought from their city or their country. Wow. And help us. And hospitality, because Hong Kong, we see so many different people from different country. they always come to Creamery to enjoy the drinks if they're able to come back to Hong Kong. With those things that, allow us to have the heart of taking care of our guests, because we always enjoyed it, have the return guests like this. And our team, I believe that they are doing quite okay. Always can be better. But yeah, that's how help us, the fruit. We have so many fruit that easily get from around the world as well too. So yeah, this help a lot that on the creating a drinks by using those ingredients.
Yeah, it's helping a lot, especially when you have fruits, spices, herbs, and you can find everything. It's easier for you as a bartender, to mix your next cocktail because everything is available and it's easier, of course. Antonio, you mentioned that the Hong Kong has a lot of Michelin star restaurants, and also there are few top-notch bar. If I'm looking at the last Best 50 Asia, you can see that many places are from Hong Kong. The scene is growing. It's always growing. How is the community there between bartenders? Do you help each other? Do you support each other?
Yes, we have a Hong Kong bartender group on Facebook first. We also have a WhatsApp group that allow asking questions like, oh, where can I get this product? And then, most of the time they will sharing contact that allow us to find those products more easily. Like when we are doing the close down for few weeks in Hong Kong, we sharing all the informations together that allow us to learning from each other. We have some video that have been sharing, or some of the book that allow us to sharing as well. Website in the chat room that allow us to go and visit and study with those. So the community of Hong Kong are actually quite strong. Most of the bartenders in this group are actually working in Central District or Hong Kong District. There was more English speaker in that group. But at the same time, for the Facebook, that Hong Kong bartender group, they were much more half and half mix. Some is from Hong Kong, some is from the overseas who working in Hong Kong.
Amazing. And
both are okay.
That's a very good thing, for the community, especially when you start helping each other and you let everybody knows where you can get this product rather than these products. It's very important, supporting each other. This is helping shaping the city. World Best 50 Asia, there was a celebration for Hong Kong. You see all these parts, the Old Man, the Pontiac, all the places were there, and you are doing an amazing job to keep Hong Kong name very relevant on the map of cocktails, even though Hong Kong is small. It's growing and growing and growing, and many bartender wants to move there because the Hong Kong is kind of a dream for many bartenders, especially the Europeans, to go there and work and learn. It really is, and that's a beautiful city, by the way. I really enjoyed it. Antonio, what do you think? You are on the cutting edge of cocktail. For me, you are one of the most innovative person. Your cocktail menus are always, top notch. You do infusion, crazy things, and you are a scientist behind the bar. What do you think would be the number one skill needed to stay relevant in the market in the tough year ahead? We had this scenario globally. So what is needed from manager or bartender to be relevant in the market in the next year?
I think, technology is one of the things that is important. By understanding the new technologies or the method, allow you to create much more things, like multi-evaporator, sonic prep, freeze dryer, and all those. That understanding how this work allow you to create more unique cocktail, or a cocktail that or taste that you might be never been experienced. So recently that we have actually do a distillation process with Tabasco themselves.
Wow.
Only. So through the distillation process, the flavors of the Tabasco did actually carry forward, but the spice on your palate will go away. So you can smell the flavors of the Tabasco And when you actually taste it, Tabasco are actually made from vinegar. But most of the time, a lot of guests or people, even myself, I didn't realize that because of the taste of spice, it actually cover the flavors of vinegar. After the distillation process, I can actually taste the vinegar and smell Tabasco without the spicy note in your palate. And those, you need to understand how distillation work. And of course, you also need those equipment. And those equipment are not cheap, but as a business wise, that it's a really good investment to have a machine like this. And those are the reason things, or to keep it as like, secret on top of this, to study every day. Yes, no choice. I don't like studying, but I have to keep myself learning every day that allow me to have more knowledge. As at the end of the day, knowledge is the more important thing. Learning classic cocktail, now tend to be like, oh, I created my cocktail menu. Yes, of course, but a lot of drinks that will be, or most of the time, even for myself, was inspired by a classic cocktail. If I don't study the classic cocktail good enough, I will be never able to make a better cocktail based on the classic idea or concept or combinations, with the story. So that is important. Learn how to walk before you try to walk. This is what I learned.
Yeah, classic cocktails are super important, no? Especially behind the bar. Once you get the classic right, you can do your own. It's like, when you are a kid, you start walking, then crawling, walking, then running and jumping. That's the classic, is the very first
one step at a time.
Yeah, one step. And Antonio, do you share your study with your team? How many hours of training do you do with your guys behind the bar for these technologies and all?
I actually put those on a video. Like I will have the self-recording. So like during last 3 weeks, I spent a bit of time on explaining how a centrifuge work, how to set it, how to program it. We shared it in my own group, as like we have around 36 bartenders working with us in the group. So very quick, we have 6 different outlets. So we have Michelin style restaurant, a kind of a restaurant, and a speakeasy bar, gin bar, culinary, and also cocktail on tap. So 6 different outlets is all essential. Around 26 different bartenders working with us. We have a group that allow us to communicate with each other more directly. Everything happened there. We post and we're able to share that straight away. And that is the most efficiency way. And putting those video in and allow them to understanding how things work and don't make mistake or try to make less mistake because those equipment are expensive. So doing that, to make sure that they all understand how it's work, and as it's important because again, when they understand, they will be able to try a different combination that allow them to create something unique and different. And this is what I believe. And this is what I usually do.
And that's a very smart idea as well. So getting the videos, sharing with them so they can go back to that video and see whatever steps has to be done to achieve a result. And that's smart.
Yes.
Also because you have an army, 36 bartender. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people.
It's not an army, only 26.
Yeah, but for me, bartenders, they are like kids, no? If you put 2 kids in the room, it's like having 10 people. 36 bartender is like having 1,000 people. That's the that's the beauty part of bartending. Antonio, what if we move to a secret location for a month? We come to Hong Kong. I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna move you to a secret location, and you can bring with you just one book and one beverage, one drink, or a tea, or anything that you can drink. Just this and this, and you need to live out of it for the full month. Of course, food, we're gonna provide you food, no problem.
I would say water. like love because water is as important for
Oh, it
me.
is.
Water is also really fascinating. You know, as like perfume, different water have different tastes, and you know, soft water, hot water,
Mhm.
you know, Fiji water, still water, sparkling water, you know, Evian. All those tastes are different, and I mean, it's just water. Yes, I agree, but at the same time, you know, it's as fascinating as drinking alcohol or drinking whiskey.
Mhm.
I mean, to appreciate it, I drink around 3 to 4 liter water every day. So I always like, oh, this water is good. Like, you know, filter water, different filtrations, water tastes different. Uh, PM, normally people use. There are a few other one as well in Hong Kong. So I can taste the differences. I mean, water will be definitely bulk. I will probably just get one of the old school default car that
Give us
they
that.
have
Okay.
more than 3,000 different classic cocktails there. I mean, in that case, I can just, you know, 10 cocktail a day to studying. If there's a month, perfect. 30 days, 10 cocktail, no. I have to study 100 cocktail. No,
100
okay.
cocktail per day. That's a lot, huh?
I mean,
That's
at
a lot.
least study a little bit, just like a revision, like, you know,
Mhm.
from A to Z. It's always get good that like one book, this book, hospitality. I believe that I always have it in my heart as well. I, you know, don't really study it's things that you can't really study for matter of fact, like have to become from your heart. I cannot say it's like you go say hello and greeting and smile to the guests. Okay, first time you do, second time you do, two time more you don't do it because yeah. But if you have this already inside, it will make quite such difference, like, you know, seeing different guests, greeting them. It's actually really fascinating things, like, you know, where you from? Okay, this and that. How's your day? You know, listening them, talking with them, make them become your fan. As always said, I might not the best bartender in the world, which I'm not for sure. But if I make sure the guest or you have been taken care of, my drinks taste okay, you know, not bad. Everything's okay, you're happy, you will come back. If I'm a number one bartender, but my service is not as good, you might only come once.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, the bartender out there is not polite, so good, and you know, I want to go somewhere else. You know, who pay? It's always said like I'm not the one who pay my team salary. The customer is the one who pay you. You know, you can hate me or give me shit, but customer as more as important. I mean, the team are important. Like if I don't have them, I can't serve customer. But at the same time, the guests are equivalent that, you know, sometimes we have trouble customer. I will go and handle. Don't worry. I tell my team. But again, they are the one who actually pay your salary. So these are as important.
It's very
Yeah.
important.
So we have the book, we have the water.
So
Something
you
simple.
have the water, you have the book. So 100 cocktail per day, and you're gonna exit that month in seclusion. You will be super
It will become
knowledgeable.
much more better. It will become much more better.
3,000 cocktail, of course. So you can take inspiration. Antonio, you were my judge in 2016 in Dubai. Here, you came to Buddha to have dinner with us in Buddha. I remember.
Yeah, which is that. Yeah.
And I see that. I mean, you are very, as a person, you are extremely considerate, extremely polite. But I'm sure that as a bartender, you end up in certain embarrassing situation in your career. Maybe behind the bar, maybe outside the bar. You can tell us just a couple of your embarrassing situation, maybe just one, up to you.
So recently, so as I mentioned before, like we have different outlets. So I was taking one of the guests, which with 3 people, at one of the outlet. So they only have one drinks, and you know they come drinks really quick, and they say goodbye, and then it's like, okay, thank you, bye bye. Because I remember that I give extra chair for those ladies to put their handbag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they goodbye. And then I went to other outlet to work. I just, go in, make sure our team, and it was quite busy. Then I get inside my bar, and then they have a lady just in front of me saying, and then I'm looking at her for a few seconds. And I couldn't realize, I didn't cope with that. And then I remember, oh, that was the lady who was just sitting for my another outlet a while ago having a drink. And then I go and say, sorry, I didn't remember that. Like, I know, like, let me buy you a small drinks. Good to see you in our another outlet. And, that is one of the embarrassing things because it took me a minute to start, she looked familiar. Where did I, even it just happened. Sometimes it's just when you're too busy, you get things done and then you turn around, don't really like. And that is the embarrassing moment that recently happened.
Also because you, Antonio, you are going around Hong Kong in your different outlets, no? Every night, just checking how the team is doing and engaging with guests, no? You are doing this part. How many outlets? How many outlets in Hong Kong you have now?
6 different.
Wow, 6. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's Origin, Quinary. What?
Envoy.
Yeah.
Via, VEA. Room 309, and also Draftland.
Okay, which is the cocktails on tap. That's a crazy idea. That's a crazy idea, and it's lovely. That's lovely. I never been there. I saw a few videos. It looks like wow. That's an amazing idea. Okay.
It's all different concept.
Yes. All different concepts, but very successful, no? I mean, everything is covering a certain area of the guest liking, so that's very smart. When did you start working in hospitality, Antonio? When was it? How many years ago?
When I'm 18, so 41, 18, 23 years ago.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay,
it's a lifetime. I started when I was 18 as well, so it's 20 years now. So it's a lot. I mean, we are committed to hospitality. If you could take your car and go back in the past, you travel in time, back in the future, you end up 23 years ago, and you're going to meet the young Antonio. Antonio is just moving his first step in hospitality. Is there any advice you would give to the Antonio starting his career?
Stay hungry, I think. It's like, that's how make me what I am today. So, try to learn everything that you like. Just be the same that who I am. I mean, I won't say too much because, if I tell them, oh, you will be like this, I want to just don't tell him so he can follow the pattern as is now to have a good quality life, and able to sharing knowledge and things like this to everyone.
That's beautiful. So you're going to tell him just stay hungry and be curious and
be yourself.
Be yourself.
Just keep be yourself.
That's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful suggestion to the young people starting now the hospitality. You travel a lot, Antonio. You travel for guest shift and for the work class. For many reasons, you have been traveling a lot around the world. Is there any bar in particular where you would work for free for a month? The guys are calling you and say, "Look, I want to go there because I'm going to learn a lot of things, or I like the market, or I like the bar, or I like the music, whatever."
That's pretty much. I mean, I'm happy to. If my age allows me or if my financial allow me, I can go around the world to just work at different bar for a month or a week for them. Every single bar can have different things to learn. I mean, working as guest bartender are fun, but most of the time, I think I will be more enjoyed it working as a barback. I mean, there's actually have a lot of things that I'm able to learn, like doing the preparation and this, that past, I think 2-3 years ago, I was working at one day at that Rabbit just as a barback, one day at Beverage as a barback. After I travel to Tales of the Cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, around 9 years ago, they have a program, a Pinterest program from Drink Factory. I was there for 2 weeks to work for free for them. I pay my own ticket. I have my own accommodation. I just go there, work. They offer me 1 meal a day, which, you know, I cannot take money because by the law, then I become working there, then I don't have working visa. So I just, you know, pay everything myself. And I learn a lot of things that what I have been using since Culinary open. You know, how they sharing the knowledge of using Photoweb, favors combinations, central field, and all those allow me to learn from them and use those knowledge to put it on Culinary. So, you know, I do a lot of things. I even go to Bar Hi-Fi from Yuan to work as a barback for a day. I remember he asked like, why you want to work as a barback at my bar? You know, you already have reputation, or, you know, I say, because I want to learn, you know, cleaning the glasses, the way that how to serve people. And yeah, it is a good learning. Even now, if I have a chance, you know, any bar, more than happy to work a week, you know, in different city, any city, you know, if I have chance, you know.
Traveling and learning as well. So
Always.
That's very inspirational from you. I mean, as looking at you as Antonio Lai, for me, honestly, you are one of the top. For me, you are one of the top 3 bartenders. Not only when it comes to the technique, but when it comes to your mindset as well. I think that's what makes you different. You know, you're very curious. You're very experimental. You are very different from the others. The way you approach business as well, and it's very inspirational as well. So rather than be a guest bartender, you want to be the barback so you can learn. That's very smart. That's very, very, very smart. Last question, Antonio, so I can let you go about your business. I'm sure you're busy, guys, tonight. And what is making Antonio Antonio? What's your secret? What do you think is your key secret? Why you Antonio so Antonio?
I think, you know, the story starts when I'm 18. Finished my school, and, you know, most of the bartender in Hong Kong, their school are not as good. So at the end of the day, F&B is one of the way out. For me, what I know that the bartender who have done university in Hong Kong, there's less than 10 finger I can count out. I mean, you know, a lot of people that they have to work and make money, bartenders are one of things. Nowadays, slightly different, but back to my old day. So how make me, I like talking with people, or I like talking to people. We are in a people business. Even now, I mean, you have automatic machine bartender. They don't have the heart, you know. That's communication, talk to the guests or to people to understand. Okay, you like something more sweet, you like something more sour, spirit forward, and this and that. Understanding people are one of the most important things in life, also in bartender situation. Like communication, talking, and this to understand, to create it and develop, or to give what customer want. It should be the things that how make culinary success. Not me. Success is not me. I don't work that much at my bar. Our team work there every day. My job go different places, make sure everything okay.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, our colleagues are the front line to help the business. So, you know, what make me enjoy working with people, try to be polite. Sometimes I can be a little bit angry that they don't listen to me, can be a little bit unpolite, but most of the time. So I ask them to do something, before I ask them to do something, I make sure I do that first. Example, greeting to customer, saying goodbye to customer. It sounds really basic, but again, if I just ask them to do when I'm not doing it, they will think that, oh, why you ask me to do it if you're not doing it? Or if I want them to make the drink faster, I have to fast enough to show them so that, like, okay, I use 10 seconds. Example, they use 20 seconds. Then I said, can you do 15 seconds? Because I can do 10. Then if you don't know, I can teach you, right? So, be the role model when you want to ask them to do something. That's make me become the Antonio. I mean, yeah.
That's great. I think that's great. Antonio, last one off the book. I just want to ask you this. What is your favorite cocktails when you make? I know that you don't drink a lot. You don't like cocktails a lot. I mean, you do cocktails, but like me, I don't drink much cocktails. Is there any cocktail that you like making? And what is the cocktail that you don't like making behind the bar? Is there any specific cocktail?
Long Island iced tea, I don't really like making at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is a combination of vodka, gin, rum, tequila that, people tend to be thinking drinking that will make you drunk. Yeah, there's a lot of other things that taste very good that can make you drunk too, I'm not against this, but it's just like, why? There's always better cocktail that we have a strong, they're longer than iced tea. I mean, I won't stop them. I mean, the first drink, I will always say, sure, no problem. And on second drinks, I will recommend it. This is what you want. Of course, the first one, I give you what you want. On the second one, I say, oh, we may have something that quite similar, a spirit forward, the taste will be better. Would you like to try? If they would like to order the second one of drinks. That is, Long Island iced tea is something that, or a frozen margarita. Oh, frozen margarita is not supposed to be frozen, Anyway, that is something that I don't. But what I like to make, the drinks that I created at Quinary, which the Earl Grey Coffee Martini is.
I tasted, wonderful.
Again, that is quite complex. Like they have vodka, concho, lemon, lime, elderflower, cucumber, apple juice. 7 ingredients in one drink. Quite a lot. And also the tea caviar and the tea air. So, there's more than 8 different ingredients. Earl Grey tea consider it as one ingredient. In one drink, a lot of strong that the combination for me is quite surprisingly is good. Of course, it's still the best-selling drinks, but at the same time, we won't really see a lot of cocktail have so many ingredients inside. So those are something that's quite unique, and I enjoy making it.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Antonio, I think that I got everything needed.
Sure.
I have to thank you for your time. There was a beautiful chat. Always inspirational to see you. I hope to see you soon in Dubai as well.
No problem. I hope to see you soon in Hong Kong too.
I might pass by as soon as they open the flights again. I have some things to do on that side, so I might pass by. Thank you, Antonio, for your time. Have a wonderful day ahead. Say ciao to your team from my side. All the love from Dubai. Ciao bello. Antonio, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio.